Welcome, everybody, to Yma Mat Chat number 76. I am Coach Les, and I'm here with Mr. Yarwood, the owner and operator of Yarwood's Martial Arts. And today we are doing something a little bit different than we have in the past. We're going to do a Q&A. And so if you are listening to this and you're one of the people that jumps online, be sure to pop a question. If you are on Facebook and LinkedIn, YouTube, you can actually go into the comments and type, and it pops up onto our StreamYard feed so we can actually answer it. Or if you know us, send us a text. We'll take a look at our mobile phones and do our best to answer any text that we may get during this time. And if we're not able to answer them during this time, we will get back to you personally after the show or tomorrow. So welcome, Mr. Yarwood. How are you doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. It's been kind of a fun day, YMA day. Did a lot of cool stuff today relating to YMA. So kind of decided maybe tonight we just kind of talk a little bit about Yarwood's Martial Arts. We haven't discussed it in a while, and there's a lot of new things going on that are super cool that I think are going to be pretty good for not only Yarwood's Martial Arts, but for our community, for our schools. And so just thought we'd kind of talk a little bit.
Yeah, and I don't know if you have this right in front of you. I definitely do not expect you to have it memorized, but one of the things that would love to get from you is, what is YMA's vision/mission? And so people can actually just kind of hear, what is it that you're committed to as a statement? And then I would love to hear, because I'm on the inner track from this morning, I'd love to hear how your meeting with Brooklyn Park Community Center went.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, we kind of started the day. Les and I are members of something called BNI, which is a networking group. And we're actually one of the largest ones of that organization in the country. So we do, each member of that group does like a 40-second, we call them commercials, and there's always going to be like three people who present every week, and they get, like, was it 6 minutes, 10 seconds or something like that to talk. So they basically do a long version of their commercial, just talking about their business, what they do, all that kind of stuff. Then they ask for, referrals, how people in the room can help them grow their business and whatnot. So today was my day. And so I put together a little presentation that kind of went through a lot of the new things that we've been adding to Yarwood's Martial Arts. We've been growing fairly rapidly, and there's a lot of positive things that are coming out of that I've been able to implement and start working with our community, our schools, our parents. Just a lot of cool programs that, now that we're in a position to be able to do that, it's been kind of fun to develop these programs. So I just kind of went through a bunch of those programs today and just discussed them briefly with everybody, just to let them know, hey, what's going on out there in YMA land. So it was pretty cool.
Well, I think you forget the other cool piece is we got to see a couple videos.
Yep.
Videos of Lucy when she first started, when she was how old when she first started?
So she started, the video we watched was from like 2 years ago, but she started when I think she was 5.
Yeah.
And,
yep.
She was what we call it. At the time, we were still in a different organization, and they were called the Tiny Tigers. Now they're called Little Dragons. But her first few classes, several classes, she didn't even want to be on the mats at all. The first 2 classes, she didn't even look at them. She was facing away from the mats, sitting in her grandpa's lap. And then finally we got her out there, and then boom, the floodgates opened. And now we're here 5 years later, and she's earned her first degree black belt. She's been on the student council. She's led some of our community events. She's put up a program for our little dragons that they get to do. It's set up so if they have 5 good classes in a row where they get all their work done, then they get to get into the treasure chest that Lucy created for them. So they get cool little prizes and stuff. So she's been instrumental in a lot of stuff in our school. She has a lot of influence, shall we say, and so she's been a great example of what our little ones can turn into. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, we've kind of started out with that story of her, and just kind of let everybody know that it doesn't matter the age. She started at 5. She's still there 5 years later. She's literally been in my school half her life. So pretty cool.
And her mom just started.
Yeah, her and her dad trained together when she got into what we call the big kids class, level 1. Her dad started training with her, and they trained together and earned their black belts together. They tested in January, got their first degree black belts. And her mom made a deal with her that once she got her first degree black belt, that she would start training Taekwondo too. So she lived up to that. She's been in class now several times. She's doing really well, having fun. She's always been a great supporter of our school as well. She helps out with a lot of stuff. She's been to Worlds many times with us, with Lucy. She's just very helpful around. Just does whatever. She does all kinds of good stuff for our school. Just kind of that behind the scenes stuff. So she's a great asset to our school as well. The whole family is.
And she buys Cullen's ice cream. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and that's just kind of leads into the next thing with our. We talk about our not our logo, our motto, or whatever you want to call it.
Vision. Yeah.
Yep. We say families that kick together stick together, and we have many families. The Stevens are just one of them, but I had a video in my presentation about a family. They actually there's 5 of them, mom, dad, and 3 girls, and they all train together. And they did a testing. We did a testing. It's probably a month ago now, but a mom, dad, and the 2 older sisters they tested together, did their form together all at the same time. So we took a video of it while they were doing it. And I used that as part of my presentation, that families that kick together, stick together. They literally train together at home. They train together at the school. It's just, they're a great family. The mister of the family helps out with he's like a nurse, and he like a trauma nurse, I think. And he put together a whole brand new first aid kit for us in the school. He inspects our machine. What's that machine? The heart machine. What's that one called?
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the CPR.
CPR machine. I forget what it's called, but yeah, that thing. So he takes care of that, checks on it, makes sure it's all good for us. I mean, just kind of does the little things too behind the scenes. It's just all of our families that do those things for us. Just a little stuff that really creates a great community, a great family aura around our culture. And it's just awesome to have that, because they all contribute in their own ways, and they all make YMA what it is. And it's really truly a family, and that's how I look at it. So it's awesome to be able to shout them out and let everybody know, hey, these are the kind of people that we have at our school, and we really truly believe that this is how we are. So we would love to have more of that in our school. So it's really cool to be part of that culture, part of that community, and know that our families are there because of the culture that we've created. They love to be there, and then they help make it even better. So it's awesome.
The other piece that I think is great about, and I'll say just this one more thing about Lucy's family, right, is her grandparents that are there.
Yep.
Right. Almost every time. And for sure, every tournament I've been to, they've both been there. And they have so much fun. I think they have as much fun as the parents.
Yeah. For sure. And that's what's great is they're there all the time, right?
Yeah.
They're there supporting Lucy. They're supporting the family. It's just really super cool to see that.
And for me, I love it because every time I come, even though I've taken a break, to come back, they're so welcoming, and they're so, they're interested. They want to know, it's like coming to Thanksgiving,
Yep.
right? Bumping into a relative and sitting down while you guys are training, and hey, how are you doing? What's this? How's this going? How's your back? How's your legs? How's your feet? How's your
Yeah.
job? How's how's the car? How's, all that stuff.
Yep.
There's just, and I think that's a piece sometimes that we forget about.
Yeah.
My mechanic, one of my, not Chris Webb, but one of my other mechanics that does some work on my cars because of where I buy them. He has a kid in BMX, right, and on the national circuit, and he is literally the bikes that they have. He's got a couple bikes. They're each worth, 5.5 figures. They're like, make you wonder.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a camp mobile, specifically to, for the weekends, the BMX races in the 5-state, sometimes 10-state region. And, when I've chatted with him while he's working on my car and we're just chatting, he'll tell you, Les, most of the reason I still do this and love this is because of the social time that I get with, my son's competitors' parents.
Yep.
Right? That hang out, and we hang out at a fire at the end of the day. We'll cook food together. We'll break bread together.
Yep.
And I see that same thing with martial arts. And I think it's a lot more in depth than it is at a football game or a baseball,
Yep.
high school. It's a lot more, I don't want to say intimate, but much more, it's much closer than that big stuff.
Yep.
And I don't even know how to explain it. I just notice it.
Yeah, our families hang out together outside of Taekwondo. Yep. They get together. There's times that they've all gotten together and I haven't been invited. It's like, what the heck? I'm the one who created this whole thing, right? But even, we go out to, we go up the street to the brewery that's right across the road from us. We go further up the street, go play darts, have some beers. We all travel the worlds together. I mean, that's in Denver, right? We got families that literally travel there together. They room together. They hang out together. We all get together the entire time, spend time with the kids, the families. This year, there's going to be probably almost 20 of us total, including competitors and families. And we'll all hang out the entire time. It's super cool. And it's just a great time. We got another kid who he's on our comp team and he wasn't sure if he was going to go or not. Two of the moms basically said, yes, you're going. They called his mom and said, hey, we're going to make sure he gets taken care of. Let's get him there. That mom actually decided she was going to go too. So now she's going. So, I mean, it just turned into this big thing, right? And then, we all get together a week before we go out there and have a big picnic, and we call it our world's picnic, and we all hang out and have beer and eat food and talk about what's coming up. And I give them t-shirts, and it's just a really fun event, right? It's just memorable stuff like that we do as a like I call it, it's a family. I mean, that's what we do. We all get together and hang out and have fun. And it's just a blast to have that companionship with adults who are parents, who are also students, whose kids are students with us, learning all the same stuff, being passionate about what we do and being bought in and invested in Yarwood's martial arts. It makes me feel good that we've created something like this, that somebody new comes in, they're fit right into the mold with us, right? There's no cliques in our school. There's like either, you come in, our parents take them under the wing to show them how things happen, what to do, all that stuff. It's just super cool.
And I think for me, as I look and see who these people are, um, it's something that I miss as much as being on the mat,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So when I do come back and I do sit, it's great to catch up, you
Yeah.
know. Or when I bring I'm at the tournaments with the ice cream cart, to sit and chat
Yeah.
is, at least I reconnect.
Right.
And they give me grief, like, when are you gonna get healthy and come back? You were Mr. Gung Ho for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah,
fun.
no, it's a great thing. I really, and it gets better all the time. It really does.
Yeah.
And well, to kind of expound on that, we've created a parent ambassador program. So what I've done is put together this program so our parents who want to be part of this they apply for it, and then I've created a whole site for them. They can go and create AI images, AI video. They can create posts that they can put on their personal Facebook page that tag Yarwood's Martial Arts, and they talk to their friends about what we're doing here. I also send them ones that that I've created, and so they put the word out to their friend groups, right, that aren't part of Yarwood's Martial Arts, but they talk about us all the time, right? And then anybody who comes in off of those Facebook pages, because they have their own referral code, QR code. So they give it to those people. And if they come in off of that QR, off of that referral, and they decide to sign up as a student, that parent gets a free month of tuition for each one that signs up. So there's incentive for them as well, right? So I want to make sure that they're taken care of because they're spreading the word about YMA, right? So they should get something in return for it. So I make sure that they're compensated, so that it's worth their time and their energy to be able to talk about Yarwood's Martial Arts outside of my circles, right? In their circles. And it's really cool to see that. So it's a fun thing because they love sharing that stuff. It's, they share about their kids. They share about what's going on at the school. They share about, experiences that they've had. They share about tournaments. They share about testings. They share just general class stuff. They share about all kinds of stuff. And it's great to see.
Yeah, I think, and you have a couple people that I could talk about. Jason Waldron, right? You know, he's my printing guy,
Yeah.
right? He manages my printers um, as a business, and his son is now a part of it, and it's
Yep.
fun to see him. And then there's Jason Schreck from uh, Green and Clean, right? The
Mm-hmm.
restoration company, who is now your conduit into a new school.
Yep. Yeah, we've created a new program we call it school partnerships. So there's a couple of local elementary schools that we've reached out to that we're working on putting together these programs whereby we become partners with the school, and we're involved in everything that's going on with the school, whether they be events, auctions, fundraisers, whatever it is they got going on. We're going to create an after school program for them so that we do like an enrichment program that could, so kids can come in and spend some time once a week after school and learn about what we do as martial artists, but also all the life skill stuff that we teach, the culture that we teach. And there's incentive for the school. We have an automatic donation that we give to them every year, and then we have goals that we set based on the programs that we do. Like the enrichment program, they'll get a percentage of that kicked right back to the school. Any of the events that we do, we donate. We donate time. We donate, free classes. We donate training. We do parents' night out, so we'll do like Nerf wars and raise money for the school. And then we also have, which is really cool, a parent liaison within that school who kind of is an information person. So they give them school information about what we're doing, and they give us information about the school's doing. So they're kind of that go-between. And same thing applies with that. If any referrals come out of that school via the partnership program, that parent gets a free month of tuition. So there's more incentive there for them to be part. So it's a win-win-win for everybody. The school gets money through the programs, right? Donated back to them. The parent gets, they get free training for every referral that they do. And then, of course, we get students out of the deal. So it's a win-win-win for everybody. We're part of the community. We got a lot of kids that go to that school. So it's even more important that we're helping them out. And now we just had this announcement that our school district is having a bunch of cuts. So it's even more important that we do something like that with them to at least help them have a little bit of something coming in for that, they can alleviate some other issues somewhere down the road. So it's nice to be able to help in that regard. And we're doing it with another, a charter school too. Like you said, it's a charter school in Champlin as well that I've talked to them. And starting in the new school year, we're going to be doing a partnership with them as well. So it's exciting to be able to be part of the community and give back to the community. And we've gotten so much from the community. I want to make sure that we are giving back as well. It's a big part of our culture.
And I think there's another school, the Legacy, right? Christian Legacy.
Yeah, that's in a different community, but that's something I'm going to be reaching out to as well, because we might be expanding at some point, and we'd be able to help them as well. And just even if we're not getting anything directly from them, if we're doing something to kind of help them, that puts the word out too. So if we do expand or something, or maybe people are willing to travel a little bit further to come train with us, it's not that far away, but it's it could be something that could be big for us too. So yeah, there's a lot of potential out there, a lot of irons in the fire, so to speak.
Yeah, I think that, and I think building that place in the community, and it's not necessarily about the people that are right there, what I call the front line, that first circle, the people that it's the people you're looking to make a difference in, the people that they know.
Yep.
The ones that are not, you don't have an access to except by the people directly that you know.
Yep.
And I think that's in the world of networking, that's the big deal. That's the big circle, because that circle and the next one, that second and third circle, are where, the rubber really hits the road.
Yep.
Because it's come from two people that are referring it. Right. So it's now already got a trust factor that can't be bought. Yep.
And that's the biggest thing, is like, for me, and we preach it to our students, the importance of giving, right? It's important to give of yourself, of your time, of your resources, whatever, with no expectation of anything in return, right? I'm not doing it so I get business, right? Ultimately, that will probably come, but that's not my expectation, right? I'm just doing it because that's what we do. That's how I'm trained. That's how I learned from my mom. That's how I learned how to do things, right? And then I pass that on to the kids and the parents. They start doing it, right? That expands and expands and expands. So teaching that it's important to give of your time, of your energy, of your influence, of your resources, whatever it is, just because that's what you do, right? Ultimately, those things will come back to you at some point or other, but that's not the reason that we do it, right? And if you really truly do it out of the goodness of your heart and because it's the right thing to do, that's when the reward really comes. If you have any ulterior motive, it gets sniffed out by karma.
Yeah, it's being strategic in that space will come to bite you in the butt.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yep. I just it's just, to me, it's just how you're supposed to do things. It's just the way it is. I mean, I've done so many different volunteer things. Even though people know who I am, I don't wear my logo where. I don't come in as, John Yarwood, 5th degree instructor at Yarwood's Martial Arts. I just come in as me, right? If people talk to me and ask me, I'll talk to them about it, but I don't come in telling everybody that's what I do. I just go do my volunteering. Like when we go with Mr. Massey down to the homeless shelters, I don't go down there as Yarwood's Martial Arts. I know him through Yarwood's martial arts, but that I don't go down there and talk about it. I don't do anything, related to it. It gets out there that I've been down there because Mr. Massey will post or you will post about it, but it's not the reason that I go do it. I do it because it's the right thing to do, right? So
well, and it makes such a profound difference.
yeah, I mean, you literally see it in their faces when you're down there helping them. Like if it's 10 degrees below zero and you give them a blanket and boots, you can't beat that.
No.
Right? I don't do it, so hopefully they're literally never going to be a client of mine. They're never going to be a student of mine, right? That's not why I do it. If that was the reason I do it, that wouldn't be where I'd go.
And I would say pretty much the same thing. I mean, we go there. This was our second year to give, to give ice cream to the homeless, right? And they're not going to come to from downtown St. Paul to New Hope and Champlain to the event center to come and get a scoop of ice cream.
Nope.
Right. And yet to watch them and see the joy.
Yep.
That
even in 10 below zero weather, they'll stand in line to get ice cream. It was amazing.
and some of them have very little clothes on.
Yeah.
And they have slippers with no socks.
Yep. And they're just standing there waiting for ice cream. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about. That's the whole reason for doing that stuff, is because you're bringing a little bit of light into somebody's life maybe that doesn't have much, right? You're bringing something to a kid. Maybe they're having troubles at home. Maybe they're struggling in school. Whatever it is, they're having social problems, right? You step in and talk to them and find out how they're doing and give them some encouragement, build some confidence. You could change their complete direction forever. You never know, right? It's not about, man, I hope this kid's a student of mine someday. I would love that, but that's not why I do it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a very interesting, it's been an interesting journey. And I think, people, ask, why do you do it? Right? Like I get asked, why do you do it? Why do you do this? What's the purpose behind it? If you're not making money, right? And you're giving money to the nonprofit, so you're not making any money. Why? And, it's a very easy answer for me. It's a way for me to give without giving away my business.
Yep.
Right, because the fastest thing that would happen is I'd go out of business.
Exactly, and then you can't do anything.
And then I can't do anything.
Yep.
So to be able to do this and have fun with this and play this particular game has become just a huge benefit and a joy. And a true gift, and an honor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You talked about my after the meeting. Went to met with one of the parents at my school, who's he's in the city of Brooklyn Park, who's been working diligently on this project that they have, a new teen recreation center there. That that place is amazing. It's so awesome. I wish I had something like that when I was a kid.
Isn't that like $10 million?
It was a $10 million project through the city of Brooklyn Park. They got a lot of it, almost all of it, donated to them. And Best Buy donated the Best Buy Tech Center. So they've got all these computers and all this stuff so where kids can go in and learn how to do computing and coding and do their homework that they might have. They can sit in there on the latest state-of-the-art stuff. They also brought in a game room so the kids they have all the latest games and video consoles so they can play games and just hang out with each other. They got a physical game room where they got pool and ping pong and board games. They got a resource center for them for kids who are older, who are learning, getting into the the job market, teaching them how to do interviews and how to dress and how to write resumes and have all that kind of stuff, access to that. They got an art center, so kids who love to do art can go in there and all the supplies they need, painting, sculpture, whatever they want to do. They got what else have they got there? Oh, the giant, huge gym, massive gym for basketball and volleyball and whatever else they want to do in there. And they got a hangout area where they got a coffee shop in there. They got a podcast studio, a recording studio. I mean, you name it, it's in there. It's super awesome. It's designed for the local teens, and it's a lower income area, Brooklyn Park, where kids don't have anything to do and they get in trouble. So they created this whole teen center for them, and it's kindergarten through teen. So they have a whole K through 5 section, and then they got a teen section. And it's amazing. So I'm going to be partnering with the city of Brooklyn Park through their Parks and Rec department to start a martial arts program for them, for the lower income teens to be able to come in and train martial arts through Yarwood's Martial Arts at their facility. So we can either use the gym or some other rooms that are in there, depending on how we set things up. So we'll be part of the Brooklyn Park community as well, to help give back there too. Well, of course, we'll be compensated, but not to the point where, we're not getting full tuition or anything from that. We're just getting in there. They're working on making it for us to be able to come in there and help their community as well, which Brooklyn Park is part of our school community. So, it's another way for us to give back to the community and be part of what's going on and have some influence in kids' lives, and hoping to, keep them on the straight and narrow and push them in the right direction. So that's going to be starting fairly soon. They're supposed to be officially grand opening the end of April, where everything will be ready to go.
Wow.
The majority of it is done. They're just doing finishing touches stuff. They got some flooring things. They're putting in a few things. They got some paint stuff they got to do, just some real kind of odds and ends type stuff, but everything else is ready to rock and roll. The gym is complete. It's super awesome. We'll probably be having a tournament there in the future. There's just a lot of awesome stuff going on there, and Marcus invited me to be part of it. So, because he's seen what I've done with his 2 kids, right? He's seen what we do there, and he's seen a direct result of our programs through his kids. So he wanted to help us expand that and grow that while helping them too. So it's another partnership that's really going to be something for us down the road.
Yeah, that is it's so great to hear that. I'm so excited for you. So thanks for sharing that. I really do hope that it brings about a massive change, because I think it has the potential to do that.
Yep. And that's for me. I mean, I've been running my school now it's going to be 13 years in September. And I put a lot of time and work and effort into getting to where we are now. It's taken a long time, but things are starting to really blow up for us now. Just doing all the work, being a good citizen in the community, being part of what's going on, being active and available and giving. It all comes full circle at some point. You don't know how it's going to manifest itself, right? You're not looking for it, but it just shows up. Because you're doing the work, you're being out there, you're doing the things you're supposed to do, you're giving of yourself because that's what you do. I mean, that's just how it is, and things show up for you.
One of the things that a lot of the business coaches, business psychologists, and people say out there is, keep going. Even if you fail, just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. You will find a breakthrough.
Yep.
The only thing that will stop you is if you stop.
Yep.
And so many people stop.
Yep. It gets hard.
Yeah.
They get obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. It's never going to work. It's never going to work. It's never going to work. And when you keep thinking like that, it's not going to work. You're just putting out the bad vibes into the world, and then the world's listening.
Yeah.
Keep telling your brain it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And it won't, because your brain says, okay, it's not going to work.
And it works the opposite of a vision board, right?
Yep.
When you keep saying that kind of stuff, when you have a right and a left to choose,
Yep.
and you choose left and it's not going to work, guess which way you're going to choose?
Yep.
You're going to choose left.
Yep.
So it's pretty self-explanatory in that world.
Yep.
Yeah. So, well, I think we've run out of time. We're at the 35-minute mark. And, Mr. Yarwood, I just really appreciate this time. I appreciate the opportunity to share and to, just create with the martial arts family and people that are interested.
Hey, you would ask me about the mission and vision statements. Are you ready for them?
Go for it.
So, mission statement for Yarwood's Martial Arts is to provide a safe martial arts training environment that allows students to grow in confidence and integrity, develop strong physical attributes, mental strength, and indomitable spirit. We are building the leaders of tomorrow, one black belt at a time. And then the vision statement is to be a leading martial arts school recognized for our commitment to excellence and community impact.
Nice. Nice. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes, sir.
And anything you want to say before we shut her down?
No, it's all about getting out there and doing the work, being part of your community, being part of your whatever's going on, wherever you are, your church, your school, your work, your whatever it is you're part of, be part of it. Don't just be there, be part of it, right? In our networking group, right, there's so many volunteer opportunities for us, and some people just don't take part. And then they wonder why they're not getting the extra stuff that they're expecting from this thing, right? It's like, be part of what you're doing. Volunteer time, do some extra work, whatever it is. Go give of yourself, and trust me, things will come to you.
Yeah.
It might not be immediately, but it will happen. You just got to keep grinding and keep doing it.
And too many people give up right before the explosion of what's possible.
Yep. I think there's a book about that, isn't there?
Yeah. I can't remember the name of it.
Was it 1 Foot from Gold?
Oh, is it? Okay, it might be. Yeah, I don't know. I just know that, yes, there is. Yes, there is. All right. Well, number 77 next week.
Yes,
come
sir.
On back and come and see us.
See you later.